Hey guys, I'm GMX and I'm going to show you how I took my gaming room from looking like this to looking like this. This video is one of two parts. This episode is actually going to include the mounting and configuration of the frame, as well as some of the provisions for the leaning actuators, as this is actually going to be a sitting and standing desk. First, I want to start off with all the wood. What you see on the right is all the wood I use for this project. I begin cutting on my double bevel miter saw, and I cut everything to length, and I make sure to square it up as well. If you guys ever want to hang out, ask questions about this build, or just watch me play some games, I am over at Twitch, link in the description below, and I'm also over on Twitter. Come follow me there. Now I'm working on the frame. I used these 1x3s to measure out where I can fit in little cutouts to fit them flat against the frame, so it looks a little bit more aesthetically pleasing when the whole frame's put together. I don't have any raw edges in the front of the build or out the side. As you can see, once I measured up the height, I then went to the width, secured that in, and then I took it in an eighth inch more just to make sure that the blade depth, because the width of the blade will matter when you make these cuts, to make sure that it sits flush against there. I then just use a small file to clean up the corners. Here's all the wood cut with all the knockouts done, and then we put them together and ensured that all the corners matched up, lined up, looked flush, square, and ready to go. I then took my 1x6s to the joiner to ensure that each side was flat and flush, so that when they laid against the frame it'll be nice and smooth and even. So I won't have any raised bits, lower bits, anything like that. As you can see here, now they look nice, flat, and flush, and that's how they're going to lay on the final product as well. Now that I've got my 1x6s all flat and level, now I'm going to take them to the miter saw again and cut 45-degree cuts in each one of the corners. That way when they meet up on the face, they all have nice 45-degree cuts. My next step was gluing the 1x6s to the front faces of the frames. I just did this with a little Gorilla Glue wood glue, and then once I secured it up, I tacked it in with some couple finish nails with my air compressor. I then clamped these together and let them sit overnight to fully cure. From here I started working on the pedestals that the top of the table would be sitting on. I just made little L's, nothing too fancy. I took the 45s that I used for my 1x6s and used them as supports, and then nailed those in and toe-nailed the corners together. So I then attached the rails, which were just some basic drawer hinges, to the each side of the frame, and attached those little L brackets to them. And then, as you can see, they go up and down pretty smoothly, pretty nice. And then the next step is going to be attaching the upper and bottom portion of the frame. Similar to the side panels, I'm going to be mounting this top panel with wood glue and then nailing it down, toe-nailing it in the back and then up top with just some finish nails from my air compressor. And then I also toe-nail some screws into each one of the corners later on. I then drilled two 2-inch holes for access for all the cables for the computer. My next step was drilling out a little hole. This is going to be where the switch goes for the sitting standing desk. This is actually going to be a little rocker toggle switch, 3-way, that's going to allow the desk to move up and down. After drilling out the hole, I used a little hand saw as well as a file to smooth it out and get the shape I wanted to fit in the rocker switch. I wanted this to be a snug fit, but not too tight. That way, if I needed to remove it at any point, I can, but I don't want it to be loosely in there either, so they can fall out at any point. I then put mounting brackets onto the linear actuators. That way, they have some support and can push up and down against the desk. These little channels are where the linear actuator is going to sit on the tabletop. They're going to be underneath and hidden away, but these just keep the 2x4s in place so that the linear actuator doesn't move around too much. As you can see, the linear actuators will fit in there nice and snugly and be able to push up on the desk. And here's what we have so far. We've got the whole frame put together. We have the top on as well as on the sliders, and it looks pretty good. We got some of the devices attached for the sitting standing desk, and we got the linear actuators all set up as well. In the next episode, we shall be finishing the framing. We shall be mounting the upper folding portion and attaching all the electrical items to the desk. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, my name is GMX. I hope you stick around for part 2. And if you guys have any questions, you guys can catch me at twitch.tv/GMXSniper on Monday, Wednesdays, or Saturdays or Sundays. You can also catch me on Twitter. Go ahead and tweet me any questions you guys have. And I hope you guys have a good one. Bye. Knocked one.
The other guy is
At the wall. Yep. He's dead. He's still shooting me from there. There we go.